Hey guys, this is XWolfX here coming at you with another deck profile. This one will actually be the Infernities, since you guys have requested it. This is more of the Exceed build, and this is not the same build that I actually had in my videos. The other one actually ran the tuner and a couple synchros. If you guys want to see that build, just comment below and ask about it. And if you guys want to see live play of this, just comment below and tell me if you want to. And sorry guys, I haven't had any new videos up recently. It's because my internet's been down all week. And it really sucks because I wanted to get some new videos out. And I've been stuck in the house because of the snowstorm and been snowed in, so it kind of sucked. But I hope you guys like this video, and let's get on to it. So, starting out, 3 Infernity Archfiend, 1800 attack. If you have no cards in hand, you can special summon them, and when you do, you can search for 1 Infernity card, so you can get your Launcher, your Breaker, or your Barrier. And it's really good. Or if you have, your normal summon, you can get your Necromancer, so you can, if you have 1 in the graveyard, and be like, okay, summon Necromancer, get a second one to get a second search. Just a really good card, basically the Stratos of the deck. 1 Dark Gruffer. You can't use his first effect since you don't play a level 5 or higher Dark Monster in the deck. But this deck, if you draw pretty much all monsters, it can be really bad for you, and pretty much gives your opponent full advantage. But you can play out of it, but usually that game's gonna go to your opponent. So if you see him, he'll be your best friend when you draw monster heavy, because you can be like, okay, summon, because you can once per turn discard a dark monster from your hand and send 1 dark monster from your deck to the graveyard. And usually you want to get rid of your Stygian Street Patrol, and he's also searchable for Rhoda too, because he's a warrior. Now your Stygian Street Patrol, 1600 attack. And he's level 4, so he can make ranks 4s. But when he's in the graveyard, that's when he's really good. Because you can banish him from the graveyard to special summon 1 level Fiend monster from your hand with 2000 or less attack. So you can get your Archfiend if you have no other cards besides Archfiend in hand. And then be like, okay, Archfiend effect, search. And he's got a cute little second effect, which if he destroys a monster by battle, he inflicts however much. He inflicts 100 times the level of the destroyed opponent's monster, but usually you just use him for his banish effect. 1 Armageddon Knight, because he's a warrior, you're playing 1 Rhoda, and you can banish your send your Stygian Street Patrol to the graveyard and so you can start setting up all your plays. I play 1 Infernity Guardian. A lot of people don't play this guy, but I like him because if you have no cards in your hand, if you have no cards in your hand, while he is face up, he cannot be destroyed by card effects or by battle, so he's just really good. He gets a good stall. I've won games because of him. So you can sit there and stall you a couple turns so you see the cards that you need. 2 Summoner Monk, because once he's summoned, he goes to defense mode, and you can discard a spell card to special summon a level 4 from deck, so you can get that Archfiend out if you have no other cards in hand. He also limits the cards in your hand by discarding, so he helps you get rid of your hand quicker. And he's just really good for rank 4s. And he helps in the deck and makes it more consistent. 3 Necromancer. When he's normal summon, he switches to defense. And while you have no cards in hand, he can special summon 1 Infernity from the graveyard. So you usually get your Archfiend, and then Archfiend gets its search. And that's why he's there. Now this guy cannot, and also you cannot special summon another Necromancer from graveyard. Infernity Mirage, he cannot be special summoned from the graveyard, but if you have no cards in your hand, you can tribute him to special summon 2 Infernity monsters from your graveyard. And so he's really good because he can allow you to get 2 Archfiends so you can make a rank 4. But the bad thing is, if you get 2 Archfiends out, only 1 Archfiend will get its effect, because by the time the second Archfiend's trying to react, you already have a card in hand, and this card says you cannot have a card in hand for it to activate. So usually you want to try, if you have like 2 Archfiends in grave and a Necromancer, you're like, okay, Mirage, pop off for Necromancer and Archfiend. Archfiend 1 gets its effect, search for Barrier, so you can say no to anything, and then use its effect to get a second Archfiend, and then search again, and then go in for a rank 4. 2 Instant Fusions, because you're playing a level 4 and a level 3 fusion just to help out the exceeds. I play 1 Transmodify. A lot of people play 2. I've dead drawn it just because you only have like 1 target, and that's a Necromancer, and you're usually using it to go into Archfiend. That's about it. because if you guys don't know what it does, you select one face-up monster, send it to the graveyard, and then find a monster with the same attribute and the same type, low and level higher, and special summon it from your deck. So you use that to pop off your Necromancer for your Archfiend to go search. One Rhoda to get your Dark Grepher or Armageddon Knight to hand. Just helps in the deck. One Dark Hole. Obviously, it's Dark Hole. Great card. One Foolish Burial, so you can send your Stygion Street Patrol to the graveyard and helps in the deck. Two Typhoon, because you want to hit back row. Good staple card. One Burial from the Different Dimension. It selects up to 3 removed from monsters from play and returns them to your graveyard. So, when you use Infernity Break, or if your Archfiend gets bottomless, you can be like, okay, I want to return them to graveyard. Or your Stygion Street Patrol, so you can send them back to graveyard. It just helps out, makes the deck a lot more consistent. One Infernity Launcher. Once per turn, you can send an Infernity monster from your hand to the graveyard. So if you draw this with a bunch of monsters in hand, you can be like, okay, well, I'm going to play this, to discard one of my monsters to help get my big monster clog heavy hand and let your Infernities go off. And while you have no cards on the field, you can send this card, or in your hand, sorry guys. And then you could select up to 2 Infernity monsters in graveyard, so you can make a rank 4, or get a Necromancer out, and your Archfiend, so you can get the Archfiend search and just go nuts off the plays. This card is at 1, and I'm glad it is, because it would be really broken at 2 or 3. One Archfiend Palace. I use it just for the 500 attack boost, but it does have another effect. You can target one Archfiend on the field and banish one other Fiend monster. So you target your Infernity Archfiend and then send another Infernity monster or another Fiend monster and banish it to special summon another Archfiend from either hand, graveyard, or deck, so you can get your Archfiend search and go into rank 4. One Bottomless, because it's bottomless, stops us special summon with 1500 or more and banishes it. Just good card. Two Mirror Force, because it stops the push plays. Infernity Break, if you have no cards in your hand, select one Infernity monster in your graveyard and remove or play. Then you destroy one of your opponent's cards. Really good. And then you can usually get your cards back with Leviair or Return from Burial, Return from Different Dimension or whatever the burial. Sorry guys, I'm messing up on the name. And it's just really good because it destroys a card too. And it could also just be another Infernity spell or trap that you can remove for it. One TT, because it's TT, staple. 2 Trap Sun, just in case if you want to try pushing for game, you don't have to worry about opponent's traps. You can be like, nope, not in my house. One Compulse, because it's Compulse, bounces bounces an opponent's monster back to hand, so you can be like, no, to the Exceed. 2 Call the Haunted, because it helps out with the Archfiend effect, so you can special summon them, get your search, and to make level 3s, or, rank 3s, or rank 4s, just helps out. 3 Infernity Barriers. While you control face-up Infernity attack position monster and have no cards in hand, if your opponent tries to activate something, this card says, no, not in my house. And it's just really good. That's why you're playing 3 of them, to stop everything. Now onto the extra deck. 1 Dark Flare Dragon, just because really you can just play any level 4 fusion monster. It's just good for the Exceed plays. Same with the level 3 guy. I play Flame Ghost. You can play whatever. Just because he's a level 3 helps make Leviair. 1 Utopia. I'd be honestly playing number 101 Shark Drake over him if I was going to buy OCG cards, but I'm not. I'm just trying to keep it with TCG. And he negates attacks, and he's just a 25 beater. Master Key Beetle takes 2 level 4 dark monsters. You can detach a material so you can protect a card on the field. That's what he's good for. And he's a 2500 beater. 1 Black Chip of Corn gets around Zen mains. If you guys don't know what he does, just 2 level 4 monsters. Once per turn, you can detach a material to target one face-up monster and just send it to the graveyard instead of destroy it and inflict 1000 damage. So sometimes that can give you a game. 2 Diamond Dire Wolf, because you pop up a material, pop him off, and destroy opponent's monster on the field, or opponent's card on the field. It's just really good. 1 Steel Swarm Roach, which I'd be, once again, if I was playing OCG style, I'd be playing the new Evil Swarm guy coming on the next set, or next set or 2. But he can be kind of good because he's 2 level 4 monsters. When a level 5 or higher monster tries to be special summon, you can detach 1 material and get the special summon and destroy it. So, yeah, just the Thunder King effect. 1 Maestroke. Just the reason why you play Maestro, because he can be a good stall card, and he's got the Book of Moon effect, 23 defense, sorry guys, and 800 and 1800 attack. So he's just overall pretty good and, you know, splashable card in for any rank 4, and I just really like him. 2 Lava Vault chains, and that's because he just takes 2 level 4 monsters, and once per turn he can detach a card to either send 1 card from your deck to your graveyard or choose 1 monster card from your deck and put it to the top of the deck. So if you got your Stygion Street Patrols, you can be like, okay, I want to send them to the graveyard. Or you can, if you have no cards in hand, you can be like, okay, well, I want to put my Archfiend on top of the deck so next turn I can guarantee to draw it. Then you special summon it, and you get your search. Just really good card, and he's 1800 attack, so he's not bad. 1 Abyss Dweller, which you guys don't know what he does. He's a 1700 beater, and he stops effects from in the graveyard from activating. So you use him to stop Mermail effects or Dark World effects. That's why he's there. 1 Gaga Cowboy, because just in case if you need to burn the extra damage, because he only requires 2 level 4 monsters, or if you need to run over a big monster. If you guys don't know his attack position effect, he gains 1,000 attack, and the opponent's monster loses 500. So it just helps you run over something that's under 2,500. 1 Leviair, or 2 Leviair, the Sea Dragon. If you guys don't know what it does, 2 level 3 monsters, once per turn, detach to grab a banished monster and return it, so you can grab a banished Archfiend if you had to, if it got bottomless, or macros on the field, or even Infernity Break. Just helps out. This helps the deck being a lot more consistent. And that's it for the deck. I hope you guys like it. And if you do, please like and subscribe and share with your friends. And if you guys want to see any other deck or deck ideas, just comment below and tell me. Or if you guys want to see any live play, just tell me by commenting below. And thank you guys so much for all your support so far. And once again, I'm really sorry for not having any new videos up this week till today. Once again, really sorry about that. My internet was down, and I just hope you guys really like this video. And please have a nice day. All right, peace.